Hello everyone, thank you so much for being here. I am Jessica Delmar. I hope you are well and staying healthy. I know there continues to be a lot going on in the world at this time. And in addition to these messages on YouTube and my podcast, I share additional energy messages over on my Instagram account and support over on our Oneness online community. In this episode, we're talking about April 2020's Ascension energy. What came through for this month is an open activation of the 4 centers, which is above, below, within, and without. So what came through was look to the skies, which is the above, look into Gaia, which is the below, look into the body, which is the within, and look into the reality around you, which is the without. The activation being made is the connection between as above, so below, as within, so without. It's the connection being made of how you can start activating this sort of cycle of energy, this network of energy that connects above, below, within, and without. And when you begin tapping into this network or web of energy, then you connect into that greater power grid, if you will, of wholeness that connects all things. You begin to understand the flow of nature, which is ebb and flow. And when you sync up to that energy through this greater power grid that nature is hooked up into, then you hook up into the greater flow of the divine universe, so that becomes your center as you activate the 4 centers, which is above, below, within, and without, and you become a pillar as your physical divine being, your body, your form, so that as everything kind of circles around you, whatever is playing out in your reality and in our collective reality, especially at this time, there's a lot of things playing out. You can maintain the eye of the storm, the center of the storm, and be the pillar of balance that Gaia needs you to be as all of these shifts are taking place. Because everything going on in the world is happening within the greater balance of nature. Everything is playing out to maintain balance. There's always balance being made. There's always a goal of balance. Nature is taking care of itself to maintain balance. Gaia knows what she's doing, and she's creating balance despite what may seem like imbalance in terms of what's playing out. And if you can maintain balance within your physical beingness, then you help to maintain balance for Gaia. If you choose a side or swing too far within the duality or polarity range or the scale, then you contribute to the tipping of the scale. So it's so powerful right now to be able to maintain that balance and centeredness in order to help your greater body, which is Gaia herself, to maintain that balance for her and everything that's playing out. So this is why April is a powerful activation for these 4 centers to be integrated within you, as above, so below, as within, so without, and you become the pillar of balance and centeredness. Everything came through in writing, so I'm just going to read what came through. But to begin, April's Ascension energy very much goes hand in hand with the opening of this second seasonal portal, which opened with the first new moon following the spring equinox, or the March equinox. So I'll put a link below to that video that we did, and basically the mantra, the crystal, the essential oils that you can work with, and the elements that you can work with all kind of bleed into April's Ascension energy. So be sure to listen to that episode. The crystal labradorite is really kind of amplifying at this time and really calling to a lot of people at this time. It's a powerful crystal that is bridging grounding energy and higher vibrational light energy. And what it's doing is it's really helping to open light into the body, especially with the rainbow sort of fractals that you can see within the stone. It's helping to open that within your physical form as it does for the stone's physical form. So there's a lot of energy healing and activating there with the stone labradorite. So if there's one crystal that you want to be working with this month and with this second seasonal portal, definitely look into the labradorite. Okay, so the first thing again that came through was look to the skies, which essentially is the above. And the cards that came through were the activation card, breakthrough card, and new growth card. I've been noticing lately a powerful sort of unification when it comes to the weather. About 2 weeks ago, when things started to really pick up regarding this COVID-19 coronavirus, I had noticed, I'm located right now in the Midwest, and we had about a week of very gloomy weather, raining, but at the same time, I also noticed that everyone that I was connecting to around the country was also experiencing similar weather patterns, whether it was in Hawaii, California, New York, Seattle. It just so happened that when I spoke to certain people that I was connecting with at the time, or they would speak about the weather that they were experiencing, and it may not have been within the same week, it could have, but point being, there was that pattern of rain and gloominess at some point, especially in March. So that really got my attention. And I knew that there was something going on with the weather, although there always is, but there's something really powerful going on right now with the weather in terms of activating all of these energetic integrations within us. So the very first thing, of course, powerful, look to the skies. And of course, all of these powerful cards coming through: activation, breakthrough, new growth. You are a seed. The weather is tending to the growth of the seed. Rain is opening flow within you, activating the seeds of thought within you, and breaking you free from one inner layer of the matrix into a new layer of creation. The weather reflects the vibrational changes going on within you. If it is rainy and gloomy, it is watering the very deepest depths within you and moving you to look deep within. If there is sun peeking out from behind dark clouds, it is opening a breakthrough within you. If there is sun peeking out from the horizon, then there is something in store for you in the horizon. If there is blue, clear skies and sunshine, then there is clarity and light activating within you. If there are chemtrails in the sky, then there is something artificial or synthetic, in other words, not natural to who you truly are, that is being cleared from within you or being brought into your awareness to recognize. And if there are thunderstorms and fiery weather patterns, then it signifies a strong energetic awakening within you. If it is cloudy, it is asking you to go within. If it is sunny and clear, it is asking you to open. If it is active weather, such as thunder and lightning, it is asking you to find stillness within while riding an energetic active wave. In other words, it's asking you to find the center of the storm. Partly cloudy means a mix of energy is happening within. Learn how to read your weather patterns, and you will learn how to read your energy. And in syncing up to the ebb and flow of nature, you will sync up to the ebb and flow of the all. I like how even the chemtrails are being addressed, because we can't necessarily just ignore them and pretend that they're not there. They are part of the weather patterns that have been created. Even if they may not be natural, it's still part of the greater weather patterns that exist at this moment, and that's just how it is. When you open to ebb and flow and moving with where energy takes you, then you even look at things such as chemtrails or things that may have been originally created from a darker place, or things that are synthetic and not natural. You still look at them and see a reflection there somewhere, because all is a reflection of you, and trying to fight against something is just creating more resistance within you. All is part of the all, whether it is light or dark. And when you're able to ease and flow through the ebb and flow of all things, whether light or dark, then you learn how to find that centered balance within the yin and the yang, within the dark and the light, within the all. And the more you push against and create more resistance, then the more you create separation from your ability to merge into and sync up to the flow of the all. So the activation that we are referencing in April's Ascension energy is the as above, so below, as within, so without, within this realm of our reality. We're working with what we are familiar with what is closest to us in our energetic field, so that we can master what we know. This month is asking us to look around, above, below, within, without. What are the connections that you can make in your physical reality, in your here and now, things that are closest to you? Because when you can bring clarity and understanding to things that you already know, to things that are familiar, it's only then that you can open up those greater layers of the onion that can then bring in greater layers of the as above, so below, as within, so without. So yes, when we say as above, so below, there are many layers that as above, so below can reach into. But right now, what the collective needs is wanting you to master your as above, so below, as within, so without. And so as above right now, at least, references the sky, the weather, because it's close to you, it's familiar, it's recognizable, it's something that you know, and a connection that you can make to open up greater understanding and clarity for yourself. And when you master the connections within your reality, within this realm that is closest to you, then you can begin to extend out and receive greater information that goes beyond this layer and opens up into the next layer, in order to open up even greater understanding and even more knowledge as you connect the dots. But first, Spirit is calling for you to connect the dots and find connection and understanding and clarity within the interconnectedness and within the web that is closest to you first. And this is what April is offering. The next thing that came through was look into the body, which is looking within. This also connects to looking into Gaia, which is that greater macro body, which is the below. And the cards that came through for this was the Goddess of Fire card, the Balance card reversed, and the Goddess of Earth card reversed. A balancing of the first 3 chakras are taking place within the body, which includes a balance of cool and hot energy, masculine and feminine, yin and yang. The energies of old, both dominant and hidden in the nooks and crannies of your first 3 chakras, are masculine and hot. And in sowing new crop to grow, you must first burn the fields of the old crop. And water will bring life into the new crop to be seeded. There is a virus spreading through your collective, and whether it is physical symptoms or energetic symptoms such as fear, it is a burning of energy that is happening within your physical form. A burning of the old crop of energy to make space for the new crop to be seeded and birthed. For some, that clearing of energy will happen physically. For others, it will happen emotionally and energetically. The heart chakra is also playing an active role in the body, so the first 4 chakras are being highly affected at this time. But the role of the heart is to help open cooling, balancing energy to the first 3 chakras. What is happening is an activation of the heart via the sun. The sun is opening the heart to receive light due to the heart's ability to receive knowledge from the sky. So this is connected to the first point, which was look to the skies and harnessing your ability to read the energy of the skies and connect it to your internal energy. When the heart makes this connection to the sky, it opens and receives light from the sun. This is because the knowledge held in the sky are coded messages from the sun directly to you to open activations of light within your core being. The sun is also reflected in the physical body of Gaia, so also look to the ground. Looking into the body is looking into your physical form, but also the physical form of Gaia. The same balancing activations happening within you are happening within the earth that you stand upon. When you look into your physical form, what do you see happening within the earth's physical form? You are, after all, one and the same. Look into your body, not only the first 3 or 4 chakras, but your entire body. What is it communicating to you? Is there anything that calls to you? Any physical ailments? Anything that stands out to you? It does not have to be virus related, but anything that may reveal itself to you at this time. Look closely. It's being revealed for a reason, and listen to what it has to say. The next thing that came through was look into the reality around you, which is the without. The 3 cards that came through was the Deception card, the Forgiveness card reversed, and the Sister's Healing card. Your outward manifestations are strongly reflecting your inner work. So, take a look at what is physically manifested in the world around you. How is it connected to the world within you? And therefore, also connected to the vibrational energy held within Gaia. Density is lifting from the physical form, and with it comes the evaporation of dark and integration of light. But as dark lifts, it opens the ability to see what the darkness is. It is like lifting the lid off a boiling pot of water and having the steam hit you in the face. Pay close attention to what is physically manifested, whether if it is physically real or just energy spread through hearsay messages. There is powerful traction of both light and dark, and for the healing of the planet at this time, you must know in your heart without doubt that light will always conquer. And with that in mind, when you look into your reality around you and you see deception or darkness or fear, being able to meet that deception or darkness or fear with love, light, forgiveness, and compassion will always open healing unto the planet's physical form, as well as your own. So that's the message that came through for April. As within, so without, as above, so below. The 4 centers being activated within you to help maintain your ability to stay centered, to stay balanced, to help keep the scale balanced in order to help the greater body of Gaia to continue balancing energy out. The way things are playing out, we see with our physical eyes through the lens of duality, so people will give a name as good or bad, but essentially creation and destruction are the same energy. The way that the non-physical energy, the way that Source views this energy is the same energy. In a physical 3D space, it refracts into the polar opposites. It refracts into duality. And so if you can take yourself out of the equation of that duality, then you connect back to the source of that energy in your ability to maintain that balance and centeredness. And so with that comes a peace within, despite whatever may be manifested without. Thank you everyone for listening in. Know that you are an extension of Source, having a physical experience. So in everything that you do with love, an open heart, and an open mind, and you'll realize the greater experiences held between the lines of your reality and now moment.